welcome to House 317. I'm your host, Rodney, joined by permanent roommates, Josh, Brandon.
How's it going, guys?
We're here to talk about the last episode in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Guys,
yes,
that was a lot. Not well received by the community, but we liked it. Not really sure why.
I personally loved it. I look at it as each episode has been increasingly better.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. Episode 5 for me was probably my favorite.
The Breath was your favorite?
No. I mean, because you had FoCap versus
that's true.
Bucky and Falcon.
Fair.
Obviously the beginning of this episode just kicks off.
Yeah.
Fairly quickly.
So let's get started with it. So, we're in New York. They're starting this thing with, interrupting that whole meeting, making sure that boat doesn't get out. They start evacuating folks. Bucky's there. Sam is there. But also Sharon is
disguise.
there. Right? In that crazy disguise. And so I was like, oh, that's Sharon. Oh, dear.
Just like, all right.
Well, we're going to keep rolling now. Right. And so Carly is in the background, just moving the chess pieces, right?
Puppeteer.
Puppeteer is out. It was crazy. So, she, as soon as Sam gets here, she kind of has a plan for him, right? She says, he's here.
It's all a diversion.
Yeah.
And Sam calls it out saying they want everybody out. They don't want to keep them in.
How about that intro to the suit?
Oh, man.
So I have a confession. I made fun of it on the last episode.
Yeah. I'm gonna fly.
Where do you put the shield?
And it looked pretty awesome.
It was awesome.
Great.
Very, very accurate. I'm interested to see how it develops because when Steve got his outfit, his progress throughout the movies. I'm interested to see how Sam's progresses.
I love
eye-catching, man. Like all that white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he straight up just said,
I'm Captain America.
Okay. Yeah.
He's on the moon, right?
That was a good one. I was like,
Love the callback.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, he just busts in the building and just starts taking names. And oh my goodness.
Okay, so here's my biggest gripe of this entire episode. Sam throws the shield. Batroc throws
a chair.
A chair?
He doesn't throw the chair. He kicks the chair.
He kicks the chair.
A $5 chair.
And instead of the shield, just, I hit a road bump, I'm going to keep going. It just falls. I was just like...
Are you kidding me?
So he takes off after, a little bit of confrontation with him, and he's chasing the helicopter. That was freaking awesome.
I love that.
So that pilot's also pretty ninja, right?
Oh,
Because he was doing pretty good with that helicopter. So these random police officers in a helicopter are just and I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm gonna go crash my helicopter, and then he saves them, which I thought was cool with the wings.
The wings and the shield there.
That reveal, I almost felt like that should have been the reveal of him.
Yes.
But yeah. That shot was... That's probably
awesome.
the best shot of the episode.
Yeah.
I like the wings digging into the concrete and the shield over the head.
It had a very, Vulture...
Yes, it did, yes.
Another Spider-Man kind of reference with his wings.
Yeah.
As a shield.
All right, so we're running down the subway, maybe, kind of construction area.
Yeah.
Right.
And so enter Sharon Carter and...
Well, before we start that, we got to talk about FoCap's.
Yes. And can we all just be happy that his shield did not defy the laws of physics?
It did what we thought would.
It just got
She just kind of kicked it and smiled, and he's like...
Oh, poop.
However, he gets his moment back when she kicks him in the chest and he just keeps walking like nothing happened.
Yeah. I mean, he shows up and...
He tries to help.
I don't think he was trying to help at first. He wanted revenge, and she just straight up said, well, Lamar's life, they really only wanted to kill people that mattered. And that kind of made FoCap go a little crazy one last time.
Hooch is crazy.
So he tries to save them, gets knocked over, and then enter Sam, right? When he's trying to save those folks. And so that whole piece like you mentioned earlier, it was really cool that he used the jetpack, he used the little guys to get it together.
Multiple fellas now.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got little guys everywhere.
I like them.
I really thought the suit was going to be like, Wakanda-ish.
I did too. So when going into like the whole Sharon Carter and Carly Sam kind of showdown, like I actually thought that she was going to shoot Sam, and the suit was going to be some type of Wakanda technology that was going to save him. I don't know that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
That would have been pretty
somebody
cool.
else got shot.
Somebody else got shot.
Somebody else.
It's good to know that still bullets will still kill super.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be
Soldiers.
interesting going further with Sam as Cap and how he wrestles, or maybe not wrestles, but just deals with the fact that he's not a superhuman.
Mm-hmm.
He's a regular guy who has amazing abilities, but he's still, human and
Normal.
normal.
Still normal. So going back to the scene I was mentioning earlier, before all that happened, so that scene with Sharon, Sam, Carly,
And
and Batroc. So, Sam's not there when Batroc is there. So, Sharon starts to reveal her true colors in that piece.
Is it? She's the
I
power
showed
broker?
Yeah, she has to be.
She is. She
Which-
totally is. He's still in denial.
He was right, I
he's-
guess. It's still weird that, like, when you find out that she apparently was a power broker, it was just a weird reveal.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, okay. That's
Well, it's like
we got a little bit of it when she hired Batroc for the second time.
yeah.
Because you already kind of got a sense that she was up to no good ahead of time, and so she ain't taking no prisoners, right? He tries to bribe her, and she's like, "I ain't playing that game." Pow!
Yeah.
But then she gets shot, and she's just taking it like a boss, right? And so
Well, I mean, she obviously kills Carly, so because Sam walks in before being able to know that that Sharon is the power broker.
Mhm.
So does she shoot herself? Like I know that there's the gunshot there, but you never.
Brandon,
Hold on, no.
were you asleep?
I might have been. But I didn't see someone else get a shot off on her.
Yeah, Carly shot her in the stomach.
So was it Carly that shot her? I
Yes.
must have missed out.
I don't think Sharon had like two guns. Like
No. It's just kind of that whole that moment of just like trying to cover herself. But anyways,
That's funny. All right, so
Anyways.
yes, she's straight evil. She's evil. She's evil. She's straight evil.
She's shady. How about that?
Yeah, okay,
Shady's
I'll
fair.
take shady because she
Shady's
gives power to both sides. If I remember correctly, she's she's an equal opportunity offender, right? So
Yes.
whoever's bringing the cash, she don't care. She'll give it.
I
up.
mean, she had 5 years of building this, maybe not empire, but this
Network.
network.
Well,
There you go. That's a good word. Yeah.
well, wait a minute. Wasn't she also blipped?
I didn't think so.
No, because that's why she.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that scene, but I'm pretty sure that she was on the list of people who were blipped. So the question is did she? Now I'm gonna have to go look that up. Now,
All right. So the fun part, it then becomes the other little lackeys that end up following the app that Bucky's handling.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Great.
This is a pretty good app.
I love the back and forth with Focap and Bucky, and
I just still felt weird with them interacting. Like that
didn't
felt so
just,
weird.
Like
Yes.
beat the crap out of each other.
That felt
Yeah.
really weird.
Like, I'm not ready to. I mean, I just said the last episode, like, hey, Focap. I'm not ready to be like, oh man, I like you now.
Right,
Yeah,
like
I'm not-
I mean,
I'm
I
not
know
there
that's
yet
how
either.
guys
I'm not-
typically act. Like we, beat each other up and get over it. But that was pretty recent, right? Like he beat the out of him.
But yeah, we talk about that speech.
Yeah, I mean, Sam kind of pours it out, right, and just verbalizes that he doesn't know everything, but also in that same moment says, "But it's not okay to not involve the other side when making those decisions."
And once again, we're bringing in real life, not even like current situation, like just government and the people. Like that's just obviously an ongoing.
Right.
Absolutely.
struggle.
Yeah, we're divided on multiple levels, and again, we talk about this all the time. The comics just do a good job of highlighting those pieces in this world versus what we're living in, right? And so, that his speech talked a little bit about, the red-blue divide that we're currently talking through, and just not involving the other side at all, and just making decisions about whoever's in power at the time.
Yeah.
And so that's the backdrop.
Making decisions to line pockets of already.
Yeah, it's all about
Corrupt and rich.
you're benefiting your own people, as opposed to everybody.
So straight up killed that speech. And
Yeah. Which I have to say, I think that's the beauty of him really becoming Captain America.
yeah,
Because, you got to think about Steve. One of the best things about him in the MCU is, he would always give that big moment speech that just gets everybody,
yeah.
He's pretty good at that, right?
So he takes off, wrangles the last little lackey up, the one that was.
And then
Oh,
we get a little bit of faux Alfred.
oh my gosh.
Death a la Butler. So Zemo is still moving chess pieces.
I love Zemo.
Golly.
I love Zemo.
And just his little smirk there, just yeah.
Zemo alone has me so excited for Thunderbolts that I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Thunderbolts, but
We don't even know if he's going to be in it.
No.
But
you can't
Zemo-
not.
he's a gold mine.
he is.
Yes.
He is. He
Yes.
really is.
Yes.
Anyways, and so he's watching the news. He's like, made it happen. All right, time to go to bed.
Yeah, right.
Well, did he? Did he make it happen?
He did. Val tried to take credit for it, but it's totally not.
Which I gotta say, I'm gonna love her character.
Yeah, she's gonna be. I'm trying to figure out who to align her with, but she's just a little extra. She's a little extra for me. So transitioning into that scene. So,
Well, I thought it was funny that they were wondering why it was taking so long, and his wife is like, it's probably the helmet. And I think it's just a funny thing because he's gotten so much flack about how the helmet fit and how he looked like Carl from Up. It did fit better.
in my head, I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, it's because he's got a big head. He's got a big head. He can't fit into the helmet. His head's got to be too big. And so, so she makes fun of him a little bit. Out he comes out, black suit.
Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Next scene.
Isaiah.
Man. So Sam goes back and wants to have a conversation with him and just say, hey, did you see that? He's kind of gloating a little bit.
Yeah.
And so,
So did you see what I did?
right. And so he's trying to give Isaiah a different frame of viewing things and just saying, hey, what you went through was kind of the building blocks of how I got to do what I got to do, right? And he's trying to pay homage to him in some small way. And so that conversation is very heavy because Isaiah is still hardcore, old school. This is not how it's going to be. Nothing's ever going to change kind of thing. Sam kind of almost changes his mind a little bit.
I mean, even kind of going back to Sam's speech and being able to see Isaiah watch it and get emotional, and seeing him in those colors and laying down powerful words, I think kind of starting to break that hard shell he has.
Yeah.
So.
And then the kicker.
Man, going there into the Hall of Fame, or not necessarily Hall of Fame, but
museum.
Yeah, the museum there, and getting that moment there, just seeing him break a little bit and letting down his guard a little bit.
Oh yeah, he was shaking.
It was a beautiful moment.
It's one of those moments of you just letting all that pent up emotion free. You get that shaking, crying going. Yeah, that was.
And it was interesting that they brought what's his name? Not Zach. What's his name? The nephew.
The nephew with him.
Starts with a Z.
Probably Zach.
Nah. So that was a nice moment there for Sam to say, yes, the world has changed, albeit slightly, and not as far as we would like it to be. It has changed some.
Yeah.
And now I have the mantle. I'm Captain America, and this is what I represent in de facto the speech. And so, that piece was good. That piece was really good. It felt right in that moment. Although we're far off in real world setting, I think that, the comics are doing a good job of just making sure we consistently identify the issue.
Yeah.
And call it out for what it is.
Well, we go from that powerful, happy moment to Bucky.
Finally. Man, like that was the one thing, like you knew it was coming.
It was a change of emotion. So you went from happiness to like, ooh, this is going to be a tough one, right? And so he goes back and sees the little young Asian guy, and by little young, I mean a little old. And so
I was going to say a little age difference there.
Actually, Bucky's older. But anyways,
technically.
Gotcha, bazinga.
Bazinga.
So he goes there and he confesses, and that was like his first one, right? So yeah, he going back to what Sam had told him on the last episode, that you got to put the work in. And this was the first one on his list, and that was the toughest one that we know of.
And I like the fact that we actually didn't see the old man's reaction. He just left.
I felt it interesting that he didn't react when Bucky took the glove off to reveal his arm.
I think that was more for us. And then when he said, "I was a Winter Soldier," I think that was.
It's almost like I'm willing to show you who I really am. It's his moment of breath, if you will. It's just like, all right, there's no going back now. Just gotta do the work. No, I agree with that. And then of course handing it off to and leaving it with the psychiatrist and seeing everybody's name knocked off, to see that part of his story come to a close, and
which is what you wanted.
Exactly. So I got what I wanted. I was happy with that, and the quick thank you, and moving on, and now he gets to move on to his next journey.
Werewolf. So where do we go from here? So we're at the barbecue, right? And what happens after this for them?
Was kind of right that there was going to be multiple seasons, but apparently we're getting just a flat out movie, which is awesome.
Yes.
Good for Anthony Mackie and the time he's put into this character to get a full movie. So I was kind of right. That's the one thing I got right throughout this whole thing.
And the fact that we get the little title change there at the end.
Oh, the title change was good. Good.
That was awesome.
In case you missed it, title change, Captain America and Winter Soldier versus Falcon. So he takes on full mantle, no random Falcon.
No more Black
attitude.
Falcon.
No random nonsense.
That's Captain America.
America. And they paid, they gave it, what am I trying to say? They kind of added to it throughout the episode. That whole transition for him to Captain America, it was throughout the entire episode, and even like the audience as they were videotaping him, kicking rear ends. It was about it being now Captain America versus being Falcon. I love this episode. It was
a good send off.
It wrapped it up pretty good, which I think that's probably what most people are upset about.
I love the way that it ended. Absolutely. It's you don't feel like there's a lot of larger questions out there. You're just happy that you got the little bits of closure that you did. And now we just get to look forward to what the next adventure is versus a continuation of the current. So that's how I see it. So yes. Going into who?
Ross is on the phone.
Ross is on the phone.
You think?
I thought he was Power Broker. Still sticking with the fact that he still might be Power Broker. This happened.
No. Thunderbolts, yes. Are we gonna get Ross? Yes. I'm like I said, I'm there with you. I'm there with you. I think it's Val.
Ooh.
You think it's Val?
I do. I think they're connected. They were in the comics.
Oh yeah.
Why are they not now?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like she's legit. They're looking for buyers.
Keep talking.
And look, Val does say things are about to get weird. All right. So we know things are in motion at this point. So I think she could be connected to Sharon. I think that she's going to be helping supply the Thunderbolts in some fashion. Because she's shady. She's playing a little gray area. I'm going to keep putting that theme out there.
So in case you missed it, because we didn't really talk about it, Sharon got a full pardon. She's working for the government again. And
she's just like, I got stuff now.
Right. She has now the inside knowledge. She's trying to let people know that she's got things to sell. We need to put buyers out there, and we need to get a hold of them and make the money rain. So she's all about that money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dear goodness. Dear goodness. So what is the movie going to be about?
Maybe Captain America.
You, yes,
Captain America and the Winter Soldier, which makes
yeah. I mean, I think it's way too early to even.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we still have to go through Secret Invasion, Iron Wars. Is that
Armor Wars?
Armor Wars. Yeah.
Which I do think there might be a tie-in to that as well.
It could be,
because I can see Sharon being right in the middle of that, given her current position.
Do we see Justin Hammer again?
And he was arrested. He's done.
Oh, I liked him as a character, though.
Yeah,
I like Sam Rockwell, so I mean, I want to see him back. So
maybe he comes back. I mean, again, maybe he gets involved on the Thunderbolt level. Who knows?
There's so many.
There's so many ways that this can go. Yeah, it's still going to be weird for me that you have Sam as the new Captain America without being jacked on serum. That's going to be weird. So where is he going to fit in the Avenger piece?
Yeah.
If they move forward with that, where I just that's going to be weird for me. Definitely weird. So what are we doing next, guys?
Well, we're going to jump into probably the Snyderverse.
Stop right there. I'm in.
We have over just under 2 months between now and Loki.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be getting some trailers here and there and kind of sprinkled in, but we're going to start our MCU rewatch.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, like if I had to choose in my childhood which one I aligned more closely with, it was DC. They've just failed.
But that's because DC did a great job about their animated series when we were kids.
Golly.
The comics were really good, too.
Comics were really good. But do you remember the Batman cartoon?
Yeah.
I'd watch that junk before going to school every morning. And on Fox 21 or whatever it was. And Spider-Man.
Kids, all that.
And so, it's disappointing that, the movies have been so ill-received as they have been. So anyway, sorry, tangent. That's where we're going. That's what we're doing. If you guys have any suggestions, any comments, any dislikes, leave them in the comment section. Hit that notification bell so you can tell when the next episode is dropping. And if you'd like, hit that subscribe button so that we can let you know what's up.
Right.
Y'all take care of each other. Peace.